It is time to speed up the manifestations. It is time to own your energy. It is time to own your point of attraction. It is time to be the creator of your reality that you knew you were going to be when you came into this body, when you chose to came into this body. Did you know that? Did you know that you chose this body? You were like, love attraction, give me a body which is perfect with these general intentions that I'm holding in the non-physical. And bam, this is your body. And it makes sense. If you look at your body and you're like, that would make sense, because think of all your interests. Think of everything that you're interested in, all of your dreams and your desires. Aren't you just like, true, I would desire that? Like, that's such a match to who I really am, because that's just how it is. Because whatever you have become as a result of this life, this vibrational reality is literally so big. It's thick with everything that you want, because everything that you want is a vibrational reality. It's real. And then, we've been talking a lot about stability here, and we understand that, when we talk about the vibrational essence of what we want, we understand that we pretty much have the pieces of what we want, the general pieces we have. So when we talk about the general pieces that we have, we're like, we don't really need manifestations anymore, because we have the general pieces, and then manifestation has to come. And then you get into this place of almost like boredom, because you're like, I'm so stable that I'm not letting myself think. I'm not letting myself think about anything. Isn't that so interesting? Because you can't do that. You can't be in this state where you've created this entire vibrational reality, and your inner being is living it on your behalf, and your inner being is like, come over here, we're calling you. And then you're like, I'm not going there, because I don't want to live resistance. I think that resistance is bad, because you understand the law of attraction, and you're like, all right, so since I understand the law of attraction, that I'm gonna get what I'm a match to, let me just stay put. Let me just stay in this spot where I'm not wanting anything, because when I want something, I'm usually resisting. When I want it, I realize I don't have it, and then when I don't have it, it hurts. So I'm just not gonna want anything. I'm gonna stay here, and that's a recipe for a good life, right? Because at least I'm happy. But we're like, are you really happy, or are you just settling? Because you can't settle, because you're a creator. You are a creator, because you think that you want just a cross of things off your list, but we know what you really want, what's really the perfect thing that's for you, is a fast moving energy. You can't give up the fast moving energy. You have to catch up with it. And this is how you catch up with it. How you catch up with this fast moving energy is first by understanding, first of all, you can't have the physical version right now, because it needs momentum. But you know what? You don't need a physical version. You have the vibrational version, and the vibrational version is enough. Because when you think about the vibrational essence of what you want, you realize that it's just for the connection. It's just for the replenishment mode. So you're like, I'm already in the replenishment mode. I can find the replenishment mode, and then you're like, okay, cool. Let me go into the replenishment mode. And then what? What happens then? What happens then from that stable spot? Then you start. Then that's the time that you start asking, what do I want? What do I want? What is it that you want? What do you want? But you don't talk about what you want when you know you're not connected, because that's what everyone's saying. Everyone's saying you cannot get what you want if you're not going out there, if you're not taking action, if you're not applying to jobs, if you're not putting in the work. And we're saying you can sit on your ass and be in the vortex and be in the replenishment mode, and everything that you want can come to you. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because when you are connected, when you're doing what you would like to do, because the mental processes are cool, but the physical processes, the physical actions, the physical activities take you way further. It's just the way it is. And when you're in those physical activities, guess what happens? You're one with source. You are one with source. So we're like, that's the time to talk about what you want. When you're washing dishes and you're like, hey, I'm clear and I'm satisfied right now. Bam, that's the time to, what do you want? What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? Because 17 seconds is all you need. Because here's the thing, we're not telling you, we're telling you that you have to give into your desire, because you can't forget them. You cannot forget your desires, because they got really big. They got really big because you want them more, you want them more, you want them more. And then sometimes you try to do the impossible thing. You're like, okay, I'm gonna just give up on this desire, because it hurts. I don't have it. So if I don't have it, I look crazy talking about it. I don't want to talk about something that I don't have. I don't want to talk about something that I can't prove yet, that I can't demonstrate. And we're like, that's what you should be doing, because over here, we're deliberate creators. We understand the law of attraction. We understand that there's a vibrational reality that some people can't see. Some people can't see that vibrational reality if they're not in it. And then that's enough. Throughout so much of this understanding, we've been learning all that it's really, we have to take an unconditional approach to the process, seriously. And the unconditional means I don't need the condition right now to be happy, because I have the vibrational version. And so now we're like, well, now think about the vibrational version, and think about the vibrational essence of what you want, and enjoy it, and become it, and make it your own. So then you start to see it everywhere, and then you start to get reflected back to you, and then bam, the manifestation has to come. But what is the vibrational essence? What does that mean? The vibrational essence is when you ask why you want it, you go into this pure place. Yes, you do, because now you're not asking questions like how. You don't split your energy by asking questions like, when is it going to come, and why and you don't ask questions like, when is it going to come, and when can I expect it, blah blah blah, because you don't need patience. You don't need patience. You can control the energy. Do you know that you're in the driver's seat now, because you understand there's a law of attraction. When I feel negative emotion, it means that I'm not up to speed, so I get up to speed, and I don't need and most of my negative emotions is because I don't have the physical version right now. So now I'm unconditional, because I don't need the conditional version, because I've shown myself that I can feel good no matter what is in front of me. I can feel good unconditionally. But that doesn't mean unconditionally living doesn't mean don't want anything. It means that first find the unconditioned, and think about your desires in an unconditional way. Find pleasure from your desire in an unconditional way, because we would rather you be completely starving of life and seek this adventure than just be still and bored and, you know, just just moving moment to moment and just being like, yeah, like what it is what it is. Because we don't want you to be like, it is what it is. That's not what it is. We're here, the creator. You can tell the universe what you want, because you only want someone else to do all the work for you. You only see things like it is what it is, and it will be what it will be when you're insecure. That's the only time. But when you're the creator that you're meant to be, you're like, oh, I'm ready to make this car go fast. I'm ready to drive this car, because it's like you're in this car and law of attraction is an engine, and then law of attraction is like, well, you're like, well, the car's like, well, where do you want to go? And you're like, I think I'm gonna stay in the parking lot, because I found out that when I think about my desires, I usually get hurt because of resistance, because of the fact that it's not here yet, and then I feel crazy, and then I don't want to think about them anymore, because when I think about desire, I think about the absence of it. I don't think about the pure desire. But we're like, find the pleasure of your desire again. It's time for you to find your life again. It's time for this car to go fast. You know, we're on the leading edge, because we're talking in a way where we're literally we're molding the clay of our thoughts, so that we can literally harness the energy that creates worlds to do our bidding. Yes, we can, because time to do the work is not when you're not in alignment, because that's a wrong time to do the work. Because guess what happens? Your ulterior motive is shining. Law of attraction knows what you're really saying. You know, law of attraction reads your vibration. It's like, okay, you really don't have it, because you think you're doing these processes from a place of not noticing it, and then you're like, oh, I need to. So you do these processes so that you can notice the presence. But we're like, why do that? Why work hard when you could just realize that you're in the replenishment mode when you're journaling, when you're walking, and then that's a time to think about your desires. Because when you think about your desires from that high flying place, when you're in the replenishment mode, it's different. It hits different, and it feels different, because it's such a lighthearted energy. But also, you're talking from this place of knowing. You're talking from this place of unconditioned. And so it's like, you're ready to speed up the energy. You are ready, because you can put your foot on the gas. You have control of your car now. All this talk about deliberate creation is to truly help you understand that you can control your vibration. Yes, you can. And the reason why you can, and how you can control your vibration, is by understanding, not tracking the thoughts, not being very meticulous about the thoughts that you think, but how you feel. So when we're saying things like, oh, like, just get over the fact that you can't see it right now, and don't need to see it, because when you ask why you want it anyways for a feeling, and you can have that feeling now. So isn't that what you want anyways? And since you can achieve it, then you don't need to see the physical desire anymore. But it doesn't mean don't think about it. Isn't that crazy? What a distinction. What a leading edge moment, because that doesn't mean don't think about it. It's like, now think about it, because now when you think about it, you're in vibrational alignment. You're in vibrational balance. It's like, I want this YouTube channel, and it feels so good, but I haven't had it in so long, and it's been so embarrassing. But it's okay, because there's this vibrational reality. I want to write this book, and I want 1 million people to read it, and I want it to be the best book ever. And why do I want it? Why do I want it? Because it feels good, because it feels fun, because it feels like the replenishment mode, because I want to live in the replenishment mode, and I want everything to come from there. Because people tell me you can't live in the replenishment mode, you can't do what you like to do and get what you want, you have to sacrifice. But that doesn't jive with me, because I know who I really am. I know I can have anything. And you know what? I'm gonna make a career out of staying in the replenishment mode. I'm gonna take walks every day, and money's gonna just come to me. My abundance is there. I'm gonna make so much money. I am. And I don't know how I'm gonna do it. That's not my job. That's the universe's job. My job is to just sit pretty and do what I love to do, which is journal, which is write, which is enjoy music, which is eat good food and take good showers and watch good television and movies, and just be uplifting in nature. And that's all I have to do, and everything that I want comes to me. You mean you don't pay any price? Nope, I don't pay a single price. I don't sacrifice. I get out of bed whenever I want. I do whatever I want, and everything I want comes to me, because it's not about my action, it's about my vibration. And you see, these are the conversations that you're gonna have, because you already did all the work. And friends, you can't go back. It's your fault. It's truly your fault, because life and your unique amazing perspective caused this whole vibration, this vibrational reality to arise, and your inner being is there with you. And we would honestly rather have it that there's a desire that you know for a fact is way more bigger than you believe. You're like, wow, that's a desire, like $1 billion. You're like, I don't really believe in that. But now you know alignment. Now you know how to get into vibrational balance. Now you don't know about stability. Now you're like, well, I don't need to see $1 billion to believe in. I believe in it because it's vibrational, and I'm a vibrational creature. And then that's the thing, you start to align with it, because that's the joy of life, is really aligning with the desires. And there's so much more than life to desires, but it's so fun to align with desires. It truly is, because it's a journey. And the reason why we see things like it's about the journey is because we want to get in your head that you can't get it wrong, and you can't really get it you can't really get it so far out of alignment that you can't reel it back in. Because yes, you can. You are stable. You are the creator, and it's time for you to go into your replenishment mode and think about, what do I want? Because you can tell the universe what you want, because the universe will give it to you. You don't want to just sit around and let the universe do all your bidding, because that's not what you came for. You came to be an active participant. You came to be like, universe, I'm at the restaurant, and I'm gonna tell you what I want to eat. I'm not gonna just sit around and say, I want to eat bliss, I want to eat ease. No, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I want to eat. I'm gonna look at the menu, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what I want to eat. And the universe is like, all right, let's go. And then don't get sad, because here's the thing. Because here's the thing, you get discouraged because you quote unquote do the work and then you don't see the results that you want, and you're like, well, I'm slapped in the face with the absence and that hurts, so I'm just not gonna. So then do you think the answer is, do you think the solution is don't want anymore? If we'll say that again because that was deep. If you're slapped in the face with the absence of what you want, what you are desiring, is the solution then to just stop desiring, or is the solution then to raise your belief, or is the solution then to be like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna go into the replenishment mode? Because that's what we want to get we want to get everyone in this lighthearted stance, because truly you don't need the manifestation right now in this moment, but the conditions are nice, the manifestations are nice, so it's time for you to control. It's time for you to control the speed of your manifestations, because you can have it. You don't need to be impatient because you know how the process works. It's literally a formula. You can create the reality you want. Yes, you can, and you're ready. You are now ready, because it's time for you to get in the replenishment mode, to get in the driver's seat, and then start creating. Don't create from a place of my life is not working. Go to the replenishment mode. Go to that state where you find yourself when you're listening to the music that you like to listen to. That's the time to ask yourself, what do I want from life? What do I want my life to look like? That's the time, because you're in source, and you're with source. It's like source will help you out. Most of the work, we would say like all of your work is not even effort. All of your work is getting in the vicinity of the vortex of the replenishment mode, where you can hear your source, because your source will tell you everything. And so it's easy. It really is easy, because once you understand the replenishment mode, then you understand that you're pretty much there all the time. And then now it's like, well, now you know how to cash in on it. Now you know how to use the value of it. Now you know how to use that replenishment mode. You're like, yes, I'm going to use the replenishment mode. I'm going to use the replenishment mode to do all my thinking. I'm only going to do my thinking from my high flying place. I'm going to do my thinking when I'm in the replenishment mode, period, because that's leverage. And I like alignment. And so it's just, you set yourself up for the best life experience, because you're like, I can have whatever I want. I can have whatever I want because I don't need it right now in front of me. I don't need it right now in front of me. I can enjoy it. I can enjoy it right now in my mind. And that's all I need. That's all I need, because that's what I want anyways. And then when I do that, the more I do, the more I start to see it everywhere. And the more it just starts to come to me. Yes, everything I want is coming to me. Everything I want has come to me. I can be, do, or have anything that I want.